Today we're going to be investigating different places where integers are used in the real world, and in one place where we see integers used a lot is in weather. And so in our question here it says that you are a meteorologist recently hired by the local news station. Your first assignment is to track the temperature changes throughout the day to determine which cities have the low, moderate, or high risk of flash freezing throughout New York. Listed below are the temperature changes you received for 3 big cities in New York that they have asked you to track. Our goal is to calculate the final temperature for each city and then determine which level of risk each city has. The flash freezing risks by temperature, it's a low risk if it's between 20 degrees Fahrenheit and 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a moderate risk of flash freezing if the temperature is between 0 degrees and 19 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a high risk of flash freezing if the temperature is anywhere in between negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit and negative 1 degree Fahrenheit. And so we're going to look at the city of Potsdam. Okay, we're going to underline the key parts here so that we understand what numbers to use to help us figure out the risk that they have for flash freezing. So we're told at 10 a.m. the temperature was 12 degrees Fahrenheit. By 2 p.m. the temperature had fallen 7 degrees. In the afternoon, clouds rolled in, blocking the sun and decreasing the temperature by 4 degrees. Decreasing the temperature 4 degrees. By 8 p.m., a blizzard came in, dropping the temperature another 10 degrees, dropping the temperature another 10 degrees from this afternoon. What was Potsdam's temperature at 8 p.m.? And then we have to figure out what Potsdam's risk of flash freezing is going to be. So based on these values that they gave us in the problem, we're going to see if we can come up with an addition problem to represent the changes in the temperature. We were told that at 10 a.m. the temperature was 12 degrees. So we're going to start out with the number 12. And then we're told that the temperature had fallen 7 degrees. So we're going to add to that a negative 7 degrees since the temperature had fallen. In the afternoon, clouds rolled in, blocking the sun, decreasing the temperature another 4 degrees. So we're going to add another negative 4 to this since the temperature decreased 4 degrees. And then by 8 p.m. a blizzard came in, dropping the temperature another 10 degrees. So we're going to add to that another negative 10. Okay? We want to now figure out what the temperature is. So I have 4 numbers here that I'm going to add, and I'm going to go through it 2 at a time. I'm going to underline my first 2 numbers, 12 plus negative 7. They're different signs, so we're going to subtract the absolute values. 12 minus 7 is 5. And then it's going to be a positive 5 because 12 has a greater absolute value than negative 7. Now I'm going to bring down the next number in my problem, the plus negative 4. And I'm going to add these 2 numbers together. 5 plus negative 4. Again, they're different signs, so I'm going to subtract the absolute values. 5 minus 4 is 1. And again, it's going to stay a positive 1 because positive 5 has a bigger absolute value than negative 4. Now I'm going to bring down the last number in my problem, 1 plus negative 10. And once again, these numbers have different signs. This is a positive, this is a negative, so I'm going to subtract the absolute values. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, and it's going to be a negative 9 in this example because negative 10 now is the number with the greater absolute value. Okay, so this is now the temperature at 8 p.m. So we can write the temperature at 8 p.m. was negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature was negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we have to figure out the risk of flash freezing. So we've got to find out, well, where is negative 9? Well, it's not between 20 and 32. It's not between 0 and 19, but it is between negative 15 and negative 1. And so we can say Potsdam has a high risk of flash freezing. Okay, the temperature of negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit would put them in a high risk for flash freezing. Another area where integers are used a lot would be in the world of sports. And the sport that we're going to focus on in this question is golf. And it says that you went to play golf with your dad and sister. And they teach you that when your score is above par, you're going to add a positive number to your score. When you score below par, you're going to add a negative number to your score. And par is represented by the number 0. Okay, so if your score is right at par, you have a score of 0. If you're above par, it's going to be positive, and if you're below par, it's going to be negative. In golf, negative scores are better than positive scores, so you want to try to be below par when you're in golf. And so I have your scorecard represented below, and based off of the scorecard, we're going to come up with the total score that you had for this round. So these were the different holes, and we can see here 3 above par, 2 below par, 1 below par, 4 above par, and 1 below par. These values we need to add together to figure out what our total score is going to be. So the first one says 3 above par. Well, above par, again, is going to be a positive, so I'm going to start with the number 3. 2 below par is going to be a negative 2, so I'm going to add negative 2. 1 below par, I'm going to add negative 1. 4 above par, I'm going to add a positive 4. And finally, 1 below par, I'm going to add negative 1. These integers represent how we did on the 5 holes, and now we're going to figure out what our total score is by adding them together. So we're going to start with 3 plus negative 2. They're different signs, so I'll subtract the absolute values. 3 minus 2 is 1, and it's going to be a positive 1 since 3 has a greater absolute value than negative 2. And now I'm going to bring down plus negative 1, and I'm going to add these numbers together. Well, this is nice because 1 and negative 1 are opposites. Opposites always add up to 0. Okay, so now my score is 0. Bring down the next part of the problem, plus 4. 0 plus 4 is just 4. And that leaves me with the last number in the problem. Bring down the plus negative 1. These numbers, again, have different signs, so I'm going to subtract the absolute values. 4 minus 1 is 3. And it's going to be a positive 3 because the positive 4 has the greater absolute value than the negative 1. Okay, and so you can say now, based off of this, your score is 3 above par. And we know it's above par because it was a positive number. And remember, in golf, you want to try to have a negative score so that you are below par. Okay, and so now I'm going to have you work with some partners and answer the temperature questions, and then the rest of the golf questions, and fill in your answers on the Google form.